Okay, we're going to do the next chapter here, 13, from this book here, The Underground Guide to Study Skills by me, Pete Rogers. We're going to talk about the Feynman learning method. And the Feynman learning method is really just a subtype of condensed notes. Basically, Feynman was this brilliant Nobel Prize winning physicist, and his method of learning a subject was to summarize it all, for example, in a written text. And he would, in a sense, you just start writing a book about the subject, and you keep on adding information as you go along. You can leave space in the different categories to add more information in. Give them a different page. You can use a loose leaf notebook if you want. But basically, I'll do this when I become interested in a subject, whatever it might be. Diabetes. I'll start making a long PowerPoint presentation, adding stuff to that, or just making a text format, like a Microsoft Word, OpenOffice, whatever format you're using for your word processor. You just keep adding information to it. And it works because you constantly have to organize the material as you add new information. You have to decide where it fits. And getting you to decide where it fits makes you think about it. When you write it down, you'll remember it every time you look back at it to decide where things fit in. You have to interact with the material. So it's very active, and it's all there in one spot. So yeah, anyways, I use the Feynman method in a sense, as a one form of condensed notes for like all these things. When I study hypertension, when I study coronary artery disease, when I study dementia, I just keep adding and adding and adding. I like pictures, and I know audiences like pictures, so it's good to do that. The only catch with pictures is that when you start working with pictures, it becomes easier to work with a PowerPoint or a presentation software format. When you don't have any pictures, then a book-like format, a word processor file, is easier because it's easier to search and find stuff. But in the long run, pictures are better because that's the most memorable part. So that's basically the Feynman method, a subtype of condensed notes, and it's useful. The other types of condensed notes, I've talked about them before, is an outline format condensed notes. Good if you have a book as the baseline structure to add to. Illustrated condensed notes where you tape all the pictures into the book. You can use your class syllabus if there is one. You can even use a standard textbook and just put notes in there and use the index to cross-reference to other books. But having some form you can always go back to is a good thing to have. So anyways, that's the Feynman method. Hope that's helpful.